for this month, August. Turmeric. It's a botanical that we're all starting to hear a great deal of discussion about, all its benefits, from its benefits to soothing our joints, for its benefits to our brain, also detoxification for our liver. But it's more than just getting turmeric, the plant itself, into a pill or into a capsule. Turmeric is a very unique substance that, unless the dosage form is specifically designed to deliver its benefits, then turmeric will not be well absorbed. I've been making turmeric supplements for close to 30 years. And as a result, we have learned exactly how to make a turmeric supplement so it works. More importantly, we've learned how to avoid making turmeric supplements that don't work. And unfortunately, most of the products on the market, they're designed to sell. They're not necessarily designed to benefit you. Our turmeric supplement is different. It is specifically designed to deliver its benefits to you in a fashion that will be well absorbed, that will never, ever upset your stomach. So whether it's soothing benefits to your joints, supportive benefits to your brain, or detoxifying benefits to your liver, our turmeric delivers its benefits, delivers those important curcuminoids in a fashion that's going to provide the protection that you seek without any of the problems that you seek to avoid. Again, turmeric is incredibly beneficial, but it has to be delivered properly, or those benefits are not going to be available. This is something I learned decades ago. Unfortunately, it's not something that other manufacturers of turmeric supplements, in fact, most sellers of turmeric are not their manufacturers, so it's not something they paid attention to. So I hope you enjoy the monthly special pricing available this month.
Check out more on hsn.com. Simply search vitamins.